Hi, I'm Dorothy, and today we're going to put together a low-carb cheese plate, a small cheese plate, and we're going to go through a bunch of different low-carb ingredients that it's going to make it delicious. Why low-carb? Well, because in 2010, I lost my weight through eating low-carb, and I have never looked back. I lost 35 pounds. I went from a size 14 to a size 8. And the biggest problem at the beginning was finding food that didn't make me feel deprived and that was good, but also easy. So my videos focus on low carb, easy, and robust in flavor. So today I'm going to first take you through some of the ingredients. Cheese plates are very, very flexible. And this is a smaller one. As soon as you get to a large cheese plate for a party, that's what I call a grazing table. Okay, today no grazing table, just a cheese plate. All right, so the sweetness is the main problem with low carb cheese plates. I'm using chutneys, which are typically a lot less sugar. Chutneys are a spread that has usually savory ingredients in it, onions and peppers. I have a plum chutney today. Fruit itself is sugar, so there will be a little bit of sugar in this. A plum chutney, and then I have a green tomato chutney, a red bell pepper, and apple chutney, which is my favorite, and a cranberry chutney. So the mango chutneys that you get in the store, I would just make sure and check the ingredient list to see how much sugar is in them. Okay, so I'm going to be working with my favorite, the red pepper and green apple chutney. Then you need some crackers. These are crackers that I got from Costco, which are cauliflower based, and they're low carb. These are little tiny peppers that you can get in the deli department at your grocery store. You need some greenery. I always like rosemary because it just adds a lot of green with some texture to it also. The cheeses is where you usually get into the most expensive part, the cheeses and the meats, but it doesn't have to be. I have a grocery store in town that has a tray of like ends of cheeses, but they're really good. But they're small, and so since this is a small cheese plate, I don't need big cheeses. This one is a blue cheese from Deer Creek. This is a drunken goat cheese, a fontina, a taleggio. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's an Italian cheese, Italian soft cheese. This is another goat cheese and a Gouda. The salami I also got at the grocery store, and it's just 3 different kinds of salami that you can roll up and make it look nice. So those are really inexpensive ways to do a small cheese plate. Now when you get into bigger ones or really fancy ones, you can end up spending a lot of money. You can also use nuts and olives, all low carb. Sometimes people will put on pickles. And then the wine. I've been really into wines lately. I love red wine, but it causes a problem with sleep and, of course, carbs. So this wine is one that I'm trying. I love it. It's called Nebbiolo, and it's from Italy. And this one and one called Barbera are 2 that are considered to have the most melatonin in them. So I've kept it to 5 ounces a night, a low carb, melatonin rich wine, and so far so good. So sleep is my nemesis. That's what I'm still working on. Diet, got that nailed. So let's show you, I'm going to show you a few tips on how to put this all together now and build it so that it's pretty. It can be for 2, 3, or even up to 5. All right, let's get the tools. I'm starting with a white marble cheese board today. You can also use slate, which would be really pretty with the white cheeses, or you can use wood, of course. There's all kinds of cheese boards. I have this one, so I wanted to try it out. To accent the white, I'm putting a series of little white dishes around. You want the dishes that you use for the jams or chutneys to be low. Some people put it right on the plate. The reason being, then it's nicer looking. It's more visually appealing because you can see the colors and the texture. Whereas if you put them in a bowl, it's just more difficult. So I'm laying the chutneys out I'm doing 3. These are 2 plum chutney, the red pepper chutney, and then these are some of the peppadews. All right, then you put the cheeses in between those. This is, most of the cheeses I'm using right now are soft cheeses. This is the soft goat cheese. This is the blue cheese, which is so crumbly that I couldn't keep it in the nice little triangle, but that's okay. This makes it even better in a lot of people's eyes. And then you want the taleggio. I know that's not exactly right. Then you can deal with the salami and the meat. You just can roll them up, make them into nice little rolls. You want some kind of utensil to pick up the salami with. You want a spreader around, and maybe even 2 spreaders. You can put the crackers on the side. This is just a little, if you don't want wine, if you want something else that makes it pretty. And then of course you want to sprinkle in the greenery, which you can put anywhere you like. So I'm going to fill that in with some more meats, and then the crackers on the side. And before I put in the meats, maybe I should try the end of my Nebbiolo wine. Oh, that's about 6 ounces right there, just in case you're wondering. All right, so I'll show you a close-up of this. Here is a close-up so that you can see what it looks like a little bit better. I did add some olives, nuts, and crackers in this tiered plates just to give it some more height and make it look prettier. But you don't need to. This in and of itself is wonderful. So, shall we? So there you have it. Now, I'm the only one here right now, but I better taste it before my husband gets home and somebody else wants some. I'm going to try a little bit of this goat cheese with a little bit of the red pepper chutney. And we'll just start with that. Excellent combinations. Cheers.